Not calling me milady anymore?
Huh? Of course. Wait a second. Are you jealous of Ryuko right now?
Of course not.
In today's video, we're going to be exploring some of the stones that Miraculous Ladybug has left unturned. The series has so many different characters that some of their storylines have been glossed over or yet to be explored entirely. If these mysteries were solved, it could shed some light on the people of Paris and the parts of their lives that continue to influence the rest of the narrative. From villains with painful pasts to families who have fallen apart, there are a plethora of plot points that Miraculous could benefit from continuing.
Seaways, if Marinette had kept her Miraculous, the Senti monster would have swallowed her right up.
Or she would have transformed into Ladybug and fought it.
Number 10. The relationship between Paris's elite families. There are many families in Miraculous Ladybug who behave as if they're above the rest. The Agreste, the Bourgeois, and the Surugi family all appear to be very close-knit and only interact within their own social circle. In the episode Optigami, Gabriel uses his knowledge of Audrey Bourgeois to akumatize her, and then makes sure to salvage their friendship after the fact. In the episode Emotion, Gabriel hosts an event called the Diamonds Dance, where elite families such as theirs come together to present their children to the rest of their peers. It would be interesting to show where these relationships began and how they grew together to become some of the most influential people in Paris.
A slight setback, Tsurugi-san. Adrian shouldn't be long.
Shouldn't? He should already be here. Our children are this year's queen and king of the ball.
Number 9. Luca knows the true identity of Ladybug and Cat Noir. In the episode Wishmaker, Luca accidentally learns the secret identities of Ladybug and Cat Noir while using his superhero ability, Second Chance. Despite being confronted by Ladybug at the end of the episode, he denies knowing their identities and then carries on throughout the rest of the season as if he was none the wiser. One could assume that their secrets were safe with him, but his deniability to Ladybug herself is suspicious. Luca considers Marinette a very close friend, yet he chose to lie. In the episode Ephemeral, Luca is only able to save their world from destruction because he knew Marinette to be Ladybug, and that the miracle box could be found in her bedroom. This is the only instance where Luca has utilized his knowledge so far, and while the series is currently airing, very little has happened in regard to the secret that Luca is now harboring. There are likely to be consequences due to his lie, and it will be interesting to see if those consequences will end up being good or bad.
You said it was too dangerous to know his identity.
As long as Cat Noir doesn't know who I am, it'll be okay. And I'm gonna make sure of that, starting with Grandmaster Suhan.
Number 8. The many times Adrian has been akumatized and why. Paris has been lucky that their main hero Ladybug has yet to be akumatized by Hawkmoth. Marinette never remains upset enough to become a victim of her arch-nemesis, but the same can't be said for Adrian, who has been akumatized more than once. Incoincidentally, each time Adrian is akumatized, the timeline is reset in some way that doesn't result in long-lasting consequences. These instances can be seen in episodes Cat Blanc and Ephemeral. In each iteration, Adrian's identity as Cat Noir is discovered by his father, and then after learning that Gabriel is Hawkmoth, Adrian becomes a victim of akumatization. If these events were to ever occur when the rabbit or snake powers couldn't be used to intervene, then it is likely that Adrian could be akumatized again. In each example given, the world as they know it nearly ends, and it would be intriguing to watch such an event unfold in the main timeline.
Adrian Agreste.
And I'm Audrey Bourgeois! You, Adrian Agreste? There's no way!
Number 7. The existence of other miracle boxes. In the episode Feast, Master Fu tells Marinette the story of how he obtained the Miracle Box. Once a member of the Order of Guardians, Master Fu became so hungry during his training that required he could not eat or drink. He then decides to create a Sentimonster to bring him food. However, his overly negative emotions create a Sentimonster that would go on to devour the temple, his fellow Guardians, and the Miracle Boxes they protected. When Marinette later defeats this dormant Sentimonster, she is able to restore everything it devoured, including the Miracle Boxes. It would be interesting to see what other Kwamis are in the world along with their powers. Miraculous has already delved into the possibility by introducing the Eagle Miraculous in the New York special.
I tried to run away from the Senti monster, but by doing so, I lost the grimoire and both the butterfly and the peacock miraculous.
Number 6. The dysfunction in the Bourgeois family. Ever since Audrey Bourgeois made her first appearance in the episode Style Queen, it's been made clear that there is a lot of dysfunction in her family. She tends to ignore both of her daughters until it suits her, And as seen in the episode Heart Hunter, she and her husband Andre struggle to get along. There are also various other family dynamics that can be seen throughout the series, such as Andre doing anything just to appease Chloe, and Chloe completely despising her half-sister Zoe. Their family clearly isn't a happy one, and an episode or two showing why that is could shed a lot of light on these very complex characters. The bourgeois family could certainly benefit from realizing how serious their problems are, and how dealing with them can not only help them heal, but also help them become better versions of themselves.
This wrapping paper is ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. You're fired.
Darling, please, you can't fire Chloe. She's your daughter.
Number 5. Natalie's relationship with Gabriel and Emily. Natalie has been Gabriel's loyal right-hand man since the series began. She rarely questions his decisions and appears to be incredibly devoted to the cause. Her reasons for doing so lack malicious intent, however, as she spends most of the series caring deeply for Gabriel and his son Adrian. In the episode Passion, Natalie can be seen reminiscing about the experiences she once shared with Gabriel and his wife Emily. Although she seems to have always cared for the pair, she remains a loyal friend to them both. The time it's taken to save Emily appears to be taking an emotional toll on her, as she's becoming more desperate to succeed as the series progresses. An episode dedicated to showing the relationship between these three could add to these emotional stakes while explaining more about Emily's character.
This isn't funny. If I can't transform back into Cat Noir, then how are we supposed to deakumatize Natalie? How are we going to unparalyze Ladybug?
Number 4. Rose's chronic illness and how it impacts her. Rose has been a reoccurring character in Miraculous Ladybug since the beginning, and her upbeat and positive attitude is sometimes a stark contrast to the more dark undertones in the series. Everyone knows her to be the kind, selfless, and optimistic friend that they can depend on. But in the episode Guilt Trip, it's revealed that she's been keeping a secret regarding her health. According to Julica, Rose has been sick since she was young, and the illness can return at unexpected times. Her truth about her illness isn't one that Rose wanted to share with her classmates because she didn't want them to worry about her or treat her differently. Despite that, an episode exploring her illness in more detail could allow her to become more open when she does need help, and it could be a good representation for those who do experience chronic pain.
You're right, we never say it to each other enough. Oh, what an awesome way to start the day!
Number 3. Jagged Stone's relationship with his children. In the Season 4 premiere, titled Truth, a plethora of secrets are brought to light. One of them is that Jagged Stone is the absent father of Luca and Julica Kufen. Although the twins never knew that the rock star was their father prior to this episode, they show interest in wanting to get to know him. This is shown in the episode Crocodile, when Julica expresses that she feels neglected by her father despite the fact that he's shown up to celebrate her birthday. Jagged manages to clear up this misunderstanding by the end of the episode and even gifts Julica his original bass guitar as a present. Despite these developments, Jagged still has a long way to go when it comes to learning about his teenage children, and an arc detailing their reunited family could span multiple episodes.
Come on, guitar villain! We've got a duel to finish!
You stay here. We'll be back for you.
Steer a course for the sky!
Number 2. The ability to communicate with previous Miraculous holders. As a holder of the Ladybug Miraculous, Marinette learns more about her Kwami, her Miraculous, and the powers that come with them in each season. A new power has been recently revealed in Season 5, and Marinette is taught how to communicate with former wielders of the Ladybug Miraculous. In the episode Reunion, Tiki reveals that Marinette can use her Kwagatama to connect with those who came before her. Marinette uses this ability to communicate with Joanne d'Arc, and asks her if a romance can successfully happen between Miraculous holders. This is the only time this happens in the series so far, but the ability to communicate with past holders could open the door to stories about previous heroes and villains.
I was able to get in touch with the memory of one of the Ladybug holders before me. You can't see her, but she's there.
Number 1. The Order of the Guardians and where they are now. After Ladybug and Cat Noir defeat the previously dormant Centimonster in the episode Feast, everything it had devoured returns to its proper place. This includes the former Guardians, who have now been missing from the world for over a century. Although one of them arrives in Paris, Suhan, the rest of his order remains at their temple. After being held captive within a Centimonster for 100 years, the Order of Guardians must have a lot to catch up on. The world is much different than when they left it, from new technologies to potential threats, and Paris's modern-day heroes could help them learn how to navigate it.
Celestial Guardian was in charge of it before that incident caused by Master Fu.
How did you find me?
These are just a few storylines in Miraculous Ladybug that could be explored more, but they could also provide lore that helps world building as the franchise continues to grow. There are still plenty of secrets to be uncovered and characters to be discovered, and all of that could happen with a few more plots sprinkled into future episodes. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Wait, this time I know what to do.